77 years ago, on the night of September 9, 1943, a young man in Madras jail, awaiting death by hanging, wrote his last letter to his father. In Vakkom, a village in Kerala, South India. Dear Father, God has blessed me, by bestowing a peaceful, and tranquil mind. In this present helplessness of mine and yours, we should not grudge or be disturbed. This is the moment to sacrifice a life, gladly, yielding to the will of God. Men, though destined to death, as every animal, rise above the bestial plane to devote an aim, and a meaning to life. He tries to give it a perfume and purpose, occasionally he even forgets himself, and challenges death, holding fast to his ideals. Thus, he is prepared to do anything, to face any eventuality, sincerely and selflessly. Straight away he starts to act. He was one of four, three of them in their early 20s, the fourth in his late 30s, who were sent to their gallows at dawn the next morning, on Friday, September 10, 1943. They were members of a group of 20, who had entered colonial India, traveling from Penang in what was then Malaya, to work with the underground in India. After all 20 had been arrested and tried in court, 4 of them were to be hung to death for waging war against the British. This is a not so well-known story, from among the many stories of men and women, who gave their lives for India's freedom, a story that mocks the fake and ugly nationalism, that has now taken hold of the country. In his final letter to his comrade and friend Boniface Pereira, who had also been sentenced to death, but had been reprieved on a technicality, Khader wrote, I cannot but curse the ill star, that made the opportunity, and time slip from our hands, before we could do something worthy of our death, and your sufferings. But before we could think of taking the first step, we were thrown down by defeat. Brave Khader, who loved his football, was ever the optimist. He went on to tell Pereira, but never mind. I firmly believe that in the final match between the Indian nationalist team and the British imperialist team, the former will score the goal. May you become a free son of India, and be embraced by the arms of a free mother. Perhaps Khader's last written words, on the midnight of September 9, 1943, were ones that sought to console his family. This is how the young man of 26 ended his letter to his father. The clock is about to strike 12 midnight. The initial moments of the day of my death are closing up. I have no consolation to offer you. We shall meet in heaven. Do not grieve for me. From the eyewitnesses of my death, one day you will learn how calmly and bravely I faced death. You will be proud and happy then. Clock strikes. Death awaits. Your loving son,